Bella.
Oh dear.
Hello.
Hey.
How are
Okay, there
you?
we go. I had a bit of a camera malfunction where I couldn't figure out what on earth was going on.
Did you see Bella walking across the screen and then she just stopped? Just right there in front of me. Sweet
Oh
girl.
gosh, how cute. Oh, you know. Okay, awesome.
So yeah. You got your wine?
Ta-da!
So you're not going to believe what happened, right?
What?
I used this wine for a video where I had to pour out of it.
Yeah?
And I was very good this week. I literally took the pour.
And you brought it straight back.
I did. I did.
So listen, I have to tell you, before we start. So I've started introducing cardio back into my routine, right? So originally we were doing the calorie counting and the strength exercises, and then I decided, okay, let me rather introduce a bit of cardio as well because I think it's good for the heart, good for the soul, good for the body, all of that. So I
Yeah.
went onto YouTube on Wednesday and then I went onto YouTube again today and I'm looking for like the perfect match for cardio workouts. And I'm
Hmm.
specifically looking for something that's going to burn a bit of fat while we're at it. I mean, in South Africa, we're going into summer now and
Yeah.
you want to be able to wear the dresses with confidence. So hence the reason why I've been doing that. And so Wednesday's workout was like off the charts hectic, right? So by the end of it, I was finished, like I needed a nap. And this morning, I tried a different coach's workout, and they said that it was 15 minutes of HIIT workouts, and it's going to be 300 calories of burning in those 15 minutes. Well, let me tell you, I don't know what calorie counter they were using in the exercise, but it was only 100. So
Got you.
I was very upset because now I'd wasted this whole session, but anyway, all good, it's fine. And so, yeah, it's just, yeah, been interesting. Anyway, okay, cool. Shall we hit it off?
We
Hi,
shall
everybody. Thank you so much for
indeed.
joining. Cool. Okay, Genevieve. So, hey, everybody, I'm Francesca.
And I'm Genevieve, and together we are the creators, I guess you could say, of Antonella's Style.
Awesome. So, we are proudly South African people, and
Mhm.
we love all things luxurious.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just a little bit of a background about us is that I moved from Johannesburg in South Africa in March this year. My husband's company relocated us to the rainy United Kingdom, but happy to be here nonetheless. And Francesca and I were sisters, if you didn't know, and joined at the hip. And we have always wanted to start a business together, and life kind of interrupted that plan. And I guess we decided when I moved or relocated that there was no time like the present.
Well,
Sorry. I
you
haven't had a
know,
glass of wine yet, I promise. So there was no time like the present. And so that's how Antonella's style came. We are so proud of the brand that we are creating. And just to give you a bit of background on the brand, is that it's a proudly South African company. All our products are manufactured in South Africa, and we try to source handmade or handcrafted goods where possible. But everything is 100% South African produced. So we are very proud of it, and we found that there is definitely a platform for the things that we love from South Africa to have a home here in the UK. So yeah.
Awesome. And for
If you
those that don't know, we are also bloggers. So yeah, you're welcome to have a look at our blog and our e-store at antonellastyle.com.
Yeah. So, what you got to say, chicken?
Yes, so a few weeks ago, we drew the letter V. And that, of
Yeah.
course, means that we had to go out and find a South African wine that began with the letter V.
Yeah.
And so, Genevieve, what did you find?
So I popped off to my local Majestic Wines. It's the place
That's
where
the
I found my
name.
South African wines. It is
Yeah?
majestic. And I got the one and only, but I'm actually really grateful for my purchase. I got a Valera wine, and I know that Valera wines are exceptional. So I got the barrel fermented Chenin Blanc. It's a 2021. Um, and it's so just a bit about Valera itself and the wine is that Valera actually comes from the wine region of Stellenbosch in the Western Cape, very famous for their wine farms. And if you haven't visited South Africa or the Western Cape yet, Stellenbosch definitely has to be on your bucket list. If you like good wines, good South African wines, you are sure to find a number and have a really good time down in the Western Cape in Stellenbosch. So highly recommend it. And just something about this one is when I was Googling and I was like, I totally scored with this one, I found that it was actually featured in the top 25 South African Shannons in the United Kingdom last year. So I was like, well, I have to try this. And then the internet, which is a very trusted source, so people have reviewed this wine and they have found that or identified notes of vanilla, of oak, and fruits such as apples, pineapples, apricots, and peaches. So I don't like a sweet wine. However, I do like a fruity wine. So I'm very excited to try this. So I guess, yes, it's all in the taste. Then in terms of pairing, just a FYI, so we should have said this prior to going through our wines, but we aren't wine experts, but we just like a
Although
glass
we
of
like
wine
to
in the
think
sun.
so.
Yeah, we like to think so. We love a glass of wine, South African wines in particular. But for those of you that are wine connoisseurs and are interested in this information, foods that you can pair this particular wine with are things like shellfish, spicy food, lean fish, and then your mild and soft cheeses. So I do love a good cheese and wine combo. So that's probably going to be on the menu for tonight. So yes. Francesca, what have you got for us today?
So let me tell you, I think it's a bit easier for me to try and find a South African wine. I mean, I'm based here. The supermarkets everywhere stock the most incredible wines from South Africa. And so I have the Van Leeuwen Merlot. So this is a 2020 vintage. And for those that are interested in the farm, it was founded in 1937. There is a a long history, family history around the wine farm, and how it was founded. It's absolutely fascinating. So for those that are interested, please visit the Van Loveren website. And there you can find some more information on it. So this is the Merlot. As you know, I am a lover of red wines. And
Definitely.
so just having a look, hey?
I said definitely. Sorry, that's one thing I do know about you is
Mm.
you love a red wine.
Oh, and so this originates, or the farm is based in Robertson, which once again is in wine country, being the Western Cape. So,
Mm,
having a look at the taste notes, they say it's a complex nose of strawberry and red cherries, which is followed by a refined layers of ripe plum, blueberry, and vanilla spice, extending into an elegant finish. So when it comes to pairing, I mean, this is fantastic for those that are going into autumn and winter,
mm.
where you can pair it with stews, with any type of red meat, your char grilled chickens, and lo and behold, we've also got our flavorful cheeses. So there is
Nice.
so much history around this brand and the farm. Please read up about it. It really is incredible. So
Awesome.
anyway, Genevieve, are you going to crack yours open? Because I'm definitely going to crack mine open now.
I am. Look, it's already been opened, but it hasn't been tasted before. So
Ooh.
definitely going to give it a try. What's your thoughts on ice with white wine?
I've always been one of those that doesn't like to dilute my wine. So ice is a big no-no for me. I would much prefer just having a glass on its own and enjoying the flavors that comes with it. I also find that sometimes, ice does also change the flavor a bit. So
Mm,
I would prefer to keep the original taste and chill the bottle in the fridge to the temperature that it should be. And to my knowledge, it should be 13 degrees Celsius.
look at you. Very
Oh
knowledgeable on
no! Well, I
wine.
mean,
I'm impressed.
well, no, not actually. There's actually a wine boutique store down the road called 1813. And as it turns out, red wine's perfect temperature is 18 degrees and white wine is 13 degrees. So, hence the reason why I know this. It's because there's a wine store down the road with the name.
Awesome. Cheers.
Mm. So, I often see people doing this with their wines. I know that they're having a look at the color. There's something to do with how the wine like spills down the side of the glass. But in general, very, very nice wine. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome to our live. We're so excited to have you with us. Um, so, a beautiful red Merlot, and something that I will definitely buy again. I mean, there are some wines where, when you take that first sip, it kind of gets you at the back of the jaw.
Yeah.
This one was so easy to sip, and considering that I've just come back from work, and I haven't been eating anything that can change the taste on my
Yeah.
palate. It really is beautiful, soft. It's got a nice, rich feeling, and will definitely warm you up in the winter.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, so something I would definitely recommend, and I'm going to enjoy it tonight.
Absolutely. Sounds good. So I
So,
will say for
so tell me
my,
about your
yes,
Valeria.
Valera. So for my Valera
Valera,
wine,
sorry.
Valera. For my Valera wine, it definitely is fruity. You can definitely taste the apple. It's really, really good. Like I mentioned, I don't really like sweet wines. Well, I don't like sweet wines. But this is fruity. It's really good. I would definitely try it again, and I can see why it was the in the top 25 Shannons, South African Shannons in the UK. So very good. I will be sipping on this weekend. But before I
So,
forget,
yes,
we've we're currently doing wines that start with a V, right? Or vineyards that start with a V. We need
sure.
to draw we need to do a draw for the next 2 months so that we can
Absolutely.
showcase what we're going to be
Do you want to
purchasing.
do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait and do it at the end of the sesh?
Let's do it now.
Okay, cool. So for those that have seen our previous videos, you know how this works. We have we'll call it a draw bucket, and inside you can see that we've got all of the letters. And so, okay, we're going to be drawing for the end of October now. So we have the letter A for October.
Gosh,
Exciting. Okay, I already know which one I'm going to take. I've got it. So South African. Oh, you're going to love it. Okay,
I can't
and the
think of
second
any
one,
South African vineyards that start with an A.
I'll give you a clue. It also involves a little bit of rooibos. No, it's fine. I'm going to keep you guessing. Don't worry. Okay, now we're going to be
Gosh,
drawing for November. Okay, that's coincidental. B.
what is it?
So,
B. Okay, I know
yes.
what I'm going to
So
do
we've
for
got
B.
A for October and B for November. So I'm very excited. I'm just thinking now in terms of Bs, there's one or two that jump to mind, but the A I actually have on our wine rack, so I'm very excited about that.
Oh, cool. I hope that
Mm.
the UK stocks Bayer's Cliff, because then that's definitely going to be on
Ah,
my list to purchase.
the Reserve Pinotage. Oh, listen, let me tell you.
Indeed.
Oh, it's amazing. Okay, so you've stolen my thunder. I will think of something else. So sorry. I got these roses recently and I feel like I need to show them off. Okay, so by the way, Genevieve, aren't you and Evan leaving for Sicily soon? When are you leaving?
We are. We're leaving next week, Saturday. Pretty much just got flights and accommodation, no clothes. We're not prepared for, well, actually Evan is, because if you know my husband, he's basically ready for a zombie apocalypse. However, we're total opposites. So I don't really have anything in place. So I need to go shopping this weekend. But very excited, very grateful.
Awesome. Now tell me, in terms of the weather there, is it still very warm? Are you going to be staying close to the coast?
So we're basically going to be traveling around the island for the 2 week duration and staying 2 nights here, 1 night there type of thing. The weather they say is going to be cool, but still bearable. So it's almost like it's a typical South African autumn, kind of like you can wear like shirts during the t-shirts during the day, but then kind of layer at night. Um, Although they did say that there's only going to be 6 hours of sunlight in October in Sicily, so we'll make the most of it and
But just
it's just going to
imagine
be
the
amazing.
romantic date nights.
Exactly. So, just a bit of a background story is that my husband and I got engaged in lockdown, at the start of lockdown, and we this opportunity came up with his work for us to relocate here, and we were planning on getting married in April this year. But South Africa had been on the red list or the banned list with the UK for many, many months. And so when the UK lifted the ban, his work was kind of like, okay, you got to be here in like 6 weeks. So we decided that we wanted to have a wedding before he left, and I would follow shortly after. And so we had a very small, intimate wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, Francesca, it was awesome, right?
Oh, for me, it was
Organized
about the
in,
food. That taco stand
yeah,
that you had was incredible.
all the
They
taco
made
and
me,
churros.
and they made me a lentil mince to go in my tacos because I'm vegetarian. And oh my goodness, I still dream about that lentil mince.
Salted caramel ice cream, churros. It was delicious. and just absolutely amazing. So we didn't get a chance to celebrate our honeymoon, and so we decided that for our 1 year anniversary and our honeymoon, we would combine it and just do something really, really special. And so we're going to Sicily for 2 weeks, and I'm beyond excited and very, very grateful. So yeah. So that is me with Sicily.
Oh, I'm so excited for
But
you guys. You really deserve a break. I mean, you've been working so hard on the new website and all of that, so I'm really excited for everyone to see it soon.
yay, thanks so much. So I've got a couple of rapid fire questions for you. And it's kind of like, don't think about it, just kind of answer. So there's only seven, so no pressure.
Okay.
But I guess let's get started, right? You ready?
Yes. Okay. Fire
Okay.
away.
So, okay. So, first thing, and this is not anything to do with me going on my honeymoon. I mean, my in-laws are amazing. But do you think that it's okay for in-laws to go on a honeymoon?
No, no. So let me tell, I know where this is coming from. We have a mutual friend who was stuck in this situation where her and her fiance were looking at going on honeymoon to a certain destination, and the in-laws heard about this and they decided that they wanted to go with. I know exactly, yeah. So no, for me it's a dead no. I don't think it's a good idea. It's time for you and your new husband to bond and kind of find your feet together. And besides that, it would be so weird, like pitching up at breakfast and in-laws are waiting. No, no.
Got you. Okay, cool. Second question. Do you think it's okay to eat food in bed?
Okay, so no, it's a quick no for me. And the reason why I say that is in South Africa, chicken is a big thing. Although it's not a big thing in my life because I'm vegetarian, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
But
but like everybody eats chicken in South Africa. It's like the meat of
exactly,
choice. Yeah.
absolutely. And the thing is, right, if you're eating chicken in bed, the main way to eat chicken is with your hands. I mean, you grab a drumstick, you grab a wing, or whatever it may be.
It's
No,
quite
it gets on
savage.
the sheets and then it smells like a chicken factory in there. No. Mm-mm.
No, I totally agree. Okay, cool. Third question. What first world problem do you have currently? Or always, I guess.
Okay, so I have this eyeliner and it's quite full of liquid because it's a liquid liner, right? And whenever I'm in a hurry, I always seem to just pull the top out. But what happens is that some of the liquid liner then splashes onto my clothes. And when you're in a hurry, you don't have time to change again, and you're trying to get your face on, and it's a complete nightmare. So I think that at the moment is my number one problem because I now have to slowly draw it out to make sure that I can get it right. Otherwise, I have to change, and then that's another 5 minutes, and it's just a drama.
It kind of reminds me of parents with like babies, you like when you go to work and your colleagues running late, whatever, and they're like, I'm so sorry I'm late. I was all ready to go, and then I was carrying, Jessie or
Little
whoever it was, and
Susie.
then Jessie like, spilt on me and da da da. So yeah, I get that. I get that.
Shout out to the
Okay,
moms out there. Cynthia, this
exactly.
one's for you, girl.
So, what is the cringiest thing you did as a teenager? I've got a couple that come to mind, but what do you think
Are you
yours
talking about
is?
you thinking about for me or for you?
No, for you. No, don't bring mine up. I mean, I'm talking about you.
Wow, because yours are so many. Um, okay, so here's a
That's
terrible
another
one.
live for another day.
Yeah, so okay, a real terrible one. We were at and there was a bunch of friends there. Some I didn't know, they were friends of friends, and then of course there was the group that I knew. So kind of, friends invite friends, and so the group grows. So what happened was we were standing waiting to serve our food. So it was a braai, the guys were braaiing and the girls were prepared. We prepared all the salads and stuff. And once the braai was done, we then, put all of the salads and the braai meat and everything out on. That is Winston, everybody. So what I will say is Cam has come running out looking like Santa because he's actually in the process of trimming or growing, or I don't know what he does, his beard. So thank you, Santa. Anyway, what was the question? Oh, yes. Okay, I got it. So we had a braai. Salads and meat and everything is now on the table, and everyone's kind of in a line. They've grabbed their plate and their serviette, and they're waiting for the next person to dish so that they can then follow on and dish themselves. What I didn't realize, or I wasn't taking note of, is who was in front of me. Because I was busy chatting to my friend who was standing in the queue. Like, when you're young and silly, you kind of get involved in like the stories that people are telling you and all of that. So long story short, this person I thought was another friend of mine, and they dropped their serviette and bent over to pick it up. And I kind of pinched their bum like a cute little, like everyone does with their friends. And as it turns out, it was someone I didn't know. Let me tell you, well,
I think I remember you telling me that story. It does ring a bell.
So they immediately like jump up and turn around and look at me, and of course now my eyes are like this because I realized that it wasn't who I thought it was. And anyway, they took it really well in the end. There was a bit of shock in the beginning, and then we became friends after that. So funny story,
well, there we go.
something I won't forget.
There we go. I think we need to do a blog post on how to make friends in South Africa. Go,
Absolutely. Pinch their bum.
Okay, so now that we've all met Winston, it kind of leads into my next question, is that if Winston could talk, what would he say about you? Because we know how like Elmira you are about your kids, your fur babies. You just want to love them and hug them and kiss them.
So yes, I think everybody who knows me knows that, sure, I am crazy about my fur babies. I think one of the strangest things is probably they would say we are weird because we're the only fur baby parents who brush their teeth. Okay, now before you judge, I must just tell you that it's because one of them we picked up didn't have good dental health. And so we took corrective action and we started brushing their teeth. And of course, you know how mom brought us up? What you do for one, you do for both, right? It's only fair. So exactly. So that's how it happened. But I think that would probably be it. They think that we're weird because the other kids laugh at them because their teeth are brushed and the others aren't.
I know, how weird. So
Wait, how many
second last
questions
question.
are there?
No, okay, so there's two more.
Okay, sure, because this is a hell of a pressure.
What's your go-to karaoke song? I know what mine would be.
We all know what yours would be.
Shania Twain.
I know. Because you know
Love
how I
her.
know this? It's because every time we're working together, you do that do 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 do. Let's go, girl.
Let's go.
Exactly. So I think for me it would probably be I think it would be Angel Falls, Angel. It's a really lovely song and I just love singing it. So I think that would be it.
Nice. And then your last one is, what is your husband, Cam's, toxic trait?
Okay. How many do I have to give?
Depends if he's sleeping in the tent tonight or if he can come inside.
So, okay, so Cam and I have been married for 5.5 years. He's the most incredible person. But when he makes his coffee, The man does not take the coffee jar afterwards and put it back on the shelf. He just leaves it there. So I think that's it. And I mean, sometimes it pains me, but what I will say is if that's the worst of it, yeah, I did
It's
okay.
okay. Yeah. But I also think that we've been brought up in a household that like everything like has a place and every
It's got
place has a thing. So like nothing must be on the counter. Like
minimalist.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So I
so
just have to say,
yes.
did anyone see my roses?
So that brings
Oh,
us to the end of our rapid fire questions and I guess the end of our live, our first live.
yay! Awesome.
Mhm. So yeah, what you got to say?
Well, I gotta say thank you so, so much to everybody for joining us today and joining in the conversation. Remember to keep your eye out on our social media platforms and also our website because we have some amazing things planned and coming up soon. So please keep an eye on us.
Mm. Lots of love, everyone, from far and wide.
Cheers.
Bye.